Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss how we went for round 10. And yeah, not our best week, but we did get lucky with no Horn Francis, so I'll touch on that. And I think Nas was playing a bit sore today as well, so we don't have him either. But I have a bit to say today. So I want to start with the Adelaide Crows. And so we always play well against Collingwood, so it's always a good game, but we always lose. I'm getting kind of sick of it. They've had the wood on us for, I don't know, it's 25 years, I reckon, since the 90s at least. Or I started watching footy in about 2000. So since I can remember, they just beat. I'd hate to see our win-loss against them because we just always lose to them. And I think, like, I'm not a fan of Nick's, and I think another coach could be doing a lot better. I wish we were playing some more of our kids that played well last year, like Bond and Dowling. I think Edwards has been racking it up every week in the SNFL, and we chose to play Brodie Smith when the opportunity came. Now, I like Brodie Smith, but at some point, you got to say, reward the kids, or, like, yeah, I don't know. But tell you what, like, the half-back line has been driving me insane this year, because watching Bailey Dale get 50 touches, watch Zorko every week, you watch Nas Sinclair, you watch these half-backs, and they can just hit plays lace out from 55, and we don't have that. Maybe Isaac Cumming could be that, I don't know, if he's still got it, but we haven't tried it. But I tell you what, when Miller had the ball, 2 minutes to go, all the time in the world to hit a target inside 50 and hit a Collingwood plate on the chest. Like, if my Foxtel remote could feel emotions or had a beating heart, honestly, it would have absolutely feared for its life, because that remote nearly went through the TV, nearly went through the couch, nearly wanted to stomp it into a million trillion pieces. Oh my goodness, I can't take it anymore. Our halfback line drives me insane, man. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Knicks. I wish we were playing, these kids. Just at least trying something different. We just stuck to the same thing, and it's been an issue all year. And you just wonder, like, I don't know. I feel like the club's done a lot of good things over the past few years, I think, to get a decent list together and stuff. I do feel like someone else should be steering the boat. That's my rant on the Crows. I'll tell you what, like, I know it's a game and you shouldn't get that pissed off at a game, but I'm sick of losing to Collingwood, man. So sick of it. And lose like games we need to try and win, like tough, gritty games, like, the Geelong game, lost at home, lost to Fremantle away. That's like one of those ones you need to try and win, like teams that sort of around your mark. And they're just not happening. And 6-4, decent chance to play finals, but I don't know if we're going to do any damage. Like, anyway, now we'll talk about SuperCoach. So yeah, I can't really complain because I don't have Horn Francis, but our trades, we completely whiffed them and some. I was picking between Whitfield, Nick Martin, and Rowan Marshall. I was speaking about that last night in the video I did. And we picked not Rowan, and we changed it at the last moment, like 20 minutes before the game, to Nick Martin. And it had nothing to do with Nick Martin. It was all to do with potentially opening up a slot for Dante Vizzantini at R3. Plus, our buy was not good. And because of that, he scored, and we knew he would kill West Coast because he's back in form. He's probably going to be a top 3 ruck for the rest of the year. Was clear number 1 scorer in fantasy last year, and we passed on him. Such a bad move. And yeah, this game, it's just competitive. Like, if you want a good rank, you need to hit trades, hit every week, hit non-stop. And you can have 2 or 3 good weeks. You can't have bad. Maybe you can afford one not so great week here and there, but for the most part, you can't afford to pass on opportunities like that. And I think he's 20% owned, top 1%. But that's such a bad miss. And I think, favorite David King quote. I always laugh with NO on the pod. Or say, David King always says, when is it? His 2 favorite quotes are, when is it going to turn? Talking about North. And his famous one, don't get beaten by what you know. And I've played this game for years, and not picking players because of a bye, and then they go berserk. It's because like just pick the player because that's the player you want. I remember this like 4 or 5 years ago. Cam Guthrie and Bont were averaging the same, about 120 10 rounds in. I know you think Cam Guthrie, but Bont's bye was so bad for us, I didn't go him. I went Guthrie instead. Guthrie put in a bad score, then he got injured, and Bont went on a run of like 140s for the next 10 weeks, and we never got him. And like I would have happily copped a bad score in like, I don't know, one bad rookie score in the buys, then yeah, have to anti-pod Bont. So that was a long time ago, but you know, I learned that lesson there. Don't worry about buys too much if you want that premium. And we caved again. And I don't mind beating myself up because it's a game you want to do well, and that's where you learn. And the worst mistakes, the harder you remember. But it's just play this long enough to like shouldn't be making those mistakes. So traded Daniel and Chera 2 weeks ago. Daniel, I'm fine. Like they said, during the week she was moving out of the back line, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So if you have him, you hold him now, I suppose. But I'm fine. I don't think he'll be top 6. I think I'm quite happy. It got us Chad Warner, who has, I think he's made 50k since we got him and gotten us 2 pretty good, a 93 and 126. So yeah, that's been a fine trade. Like I'm cool with that. Chera went berserk. Obviously, like he only scored bad because he went to halfback, but I figured he's probably around his max price, and I don't think he's a keeper. Plus, he's extremely injury prone, but he looks fine. Like he's running on top of the ground. Like he'd probably be fine. Actually, had a proper preseason in Qatar and all that. So I figure maybe we just like let it go when he's max price, and I think we swapped him for Josh Dacos, which made no sense. But I think our like Brock was out, Stone was out, and Carroll was out. So we're facing a donut. So we had to get a defender, and could have gone Zorko. But I think Josh Dacos is fine. Like, he's playing alright, but I don't think he's going to be top 8. Like, not enough kick-ins, and it's hard work to score. I think a lot of mopping up in defence and stuff. So I think he'll be okay, but it might be average in the 90s somewhere. Now this week we brought in Nick Barnt and Philippou for Bice and TDK. Trading TDK was dumb. Like, I don't think that was smart at all. If you were going to do it, you had to go to Rowan. I think you banked 60k, but I wanted to, like, I think Nick Martin was 5'10 or something. Made 13k. So yeah, roughly like 5'15k, whatever it was. So he made a bit of money. And yeah, we got a cheap premium in with a good buy for us. But yeah, we banked a little bit of money, which is the main thing. So yeah, and Gawn as well. Gawn didn't kill us, so I thought Darcy fought. And yeah, I watched the last 10 minutes of this game. I think I was watching the other game for the most part. Flicked to this game, and Gawn's not going that well. So I'm like, this is like finally a down game. Like, it felt like it was never going to come. Like, especially against the second string ruckman. And then last 5 minutes, they bombed it out of defense 4 or 5 times, and they kept going to Max Gawn. I'm like, please stop. And he clunked, I think, 3 of them. And yeah, went up 40 points. I'm just thinking, like, why are you kicking to Max? Like, just kick literally anywhere else. Oh, it drives me very painful to watch. But at least he didn't go 200 or anything. Or the damage has been done and some at this point. So, yeah. Dunks did alright in that game too. Tell you what, Dunks doesn't look where he kicks sometimes. Like, doesn't even like raise his head. Like, just looks out when he kicks sometimes. If you got that out of his game, I guess it's hard because he's under pressure a lot. But yeah, brought Nick Martin and then Mateus Philippou. I think I've overrated him, but it's one game, and this game, like, everything that could have gone wrong, like, just about went wrong. So first half was okay. So a bit of a slow start. Very low tog, starting 5 minutes on the bench, finishing last 5 on the bench. So his tog would have been in the 60s by half time, but played like full mid. I was kind of expecting him to go forward at some point, but that's fine. I don't know, like, Ross was just like, Owens was in there, Nass was in there, Sinclair was in there, Garcia was in there, Steele, McRae. So they were just flicking magnets non-stop in the midfield. So it's hard when there's so many names that can go through there. Didn't quite see Owens and Nass going through there. Didn't see that one. sort of coming. But yeah, Philippou, first half, like, it was okay. Slow start, like, dropping marks, giving away frees, like, it wasn't really going his way, and he was on like 37, 38 at halftime. So I was like, if he can get 80 plus, this will be good. He's working his way into the game. And then the second half happened. I think, yeah, early on, gives away a 50, drops uncontested mark. He starts forward as well. About 10 minutes into the third, he goes, I don't think anyone cares because I'm the only idiot with Philippou at the moment, but yeah, started full forward, but then moved on ball about midway through the third quarter. I'm thinking, okay, here we go. And basically, soon after that, maybe a couple minutes after that, Marshall gets bumped off the ball, kicks it on the fall. I think Hoff must have bumped him or something. And Hoff is giving it to him, shoves him, and then Philippou comes to defend him, shoves Hoff, dislocates his finger. Well, I think something happened to his finger. He was in a lot of pain, came straight off. I think, oh my God, he's injured now. I don't know if dislocated finger can come off, but you can miss a week with this stuff. So I'm like, oh my God, this can't get any worse. So he goes on the bench, sits out the rest of the quarter. Quarter 4 starts. He's playing forward again. I think he missed a goal from 3 meters out and just like dropping marks again, and nothing was working. Like Sinclair easy lead out in front. Sinclair kicked to him, dropped it again. So nothing was going right. And then he sits out. I reckon he sat out the last 7 or 8 minutes as well. Like he had his bench rotation, and I'm like, surely he's come back on, and he didn't come back on. So maybe he was a bit sore, so they just preserved him. So, oh my God, that was terrible. Still spent out of 53 and didn't even count. So this trade sucked this week. Was hoping to get a little bit of cash in against West Coast, but it was good to see them get their first win for Mini. So, who played Gross sub, which was annoying. Oh, terrible trade. A little bit unlucky because of the injury, but I think hopefully he's dusting off the cobwebs because he looked needs a bit of time to get up to scratch, I think. I was hoping that would have been last week, but it was a very aggressive trade, and hindsight would have been nice to just go Cooper Simpson, bake money, and keep your options open, do a double upgrade this week. Okay, so defense. Oh, this is pathetic. Josh Dacos, Geordie Clark. Clark's been apart from that one blip where he played a weird role where he played up the ground. Geordie Clark's been great for us, so he's been good, but yeah, she's all bad ratio. It'll be fine. Roberts, not a premium, has a good run coming up, so I'm not going to sell. It was a break even again. 120, okay. If he can just do 95 till his buy, I'll be okay, and we'll just sell him for 450 is what it is. So too many down games to be a good premium, but he's shown he's capable of, he's averaging 96, so yeah. I think down on confidence, not getting as much of it, not using it well. Yeah, I don't know. Not loving at the moment. He'll need to go eventually. Zach Reed's got Richmond, and I think Brisbane, without knowing if they give up to defenders, I mean, their key defenders aren't that experienced, so I think he maybe can hold for 1 or 2. Certainly 1. Sandy Brock played alright, scaled down a bit, so he did count for us, but yeah, I'm happy with old Sandy Brock. Him or Edwards probably dropped for McGovern this week. Hopefully it's Edwards for our sake. Carroll has made 90k, which is okay, but if we can somehow get him to Kitty, I probably will try that. Get the extra score through the buys. Midfield was good this week. We got a 110 score from Sarong. I think it's our first one. Yeah, it's been. I like Sarong. He works hard. I respect that a lot. So you can see he just hustles. He cracks in every week, but doesn't go his way. Sometimes gets tagged a bit, but the tag did shift away from him, which is definitely going to help. If you're looking for a cheap MA, I think Neno said probably not. Is he going to be top 8 from here? Probably not, but I'd be surprised if he did under 105. And for low 500s, I think you can do a lot worse. So 110, I think is going to be a stretch, though. I don't know. I think their game plan's not helping either. Dawson, one of these days, he's going to have a 140 DT, 180 SC, but it's just like the ratios are killing him. He's got West Coast this week. Look, midfield's good. Like, I'm quite happy with these guys. Sarong, yeah, I've complained endlessly about. Nick was looking at a bad score, so panicking to get him in was a mistake. Rux. So Matty Flynn's looking like a decent hold. So it did score big a few weeks ago. Rob's in good form, I think. So I think O'Brien might not be the easiest matchup, but then he has Geelong after that, and then he's got Sherry. Oh dear. Well, we'll definitely hold for at least 2. So even if he goes bad, we'll still hold, and then we'll assess. I mean, probably we'll still hold against Sherry. But yeah, I think this is one of the rare cases where paying 650 plus was correct, because he's giving you, this is nuts, and these 3 scores are like, they don't count because he had a hamstring issue. What's his last 5? It must be like 160. How do you check again? I'm blind, I can't see. Oh. 156. Like, I think that the best stretch I've ever seen, I think Dangerfield 2017 had an 8-week stretch of 160, which is insane. And I dare say when he plays against Flenny and BJ, we might be looking at something similar. So yeah, I think it's big problems if you don't have him, and it's been big problems without Gorn. So how it goes. Forward line's good. McRae has to add 27 touches, so the stat line looks okay. But I'm starting to, not super worried, but I think it's sort of a watch. It's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the last 6 below 80. Do they give more exposure to Nas, Owens, Philippou going forward? I don't know, maybe. I think it came out of Steel CBAs this week. So we'll see. Marriage 500k. Not going to sell Marriage. He should be fine. Alright, so we can do that. So a bit of stability down back. Yeah, I like Martin. I think we need probably Sinclair. I like Nas. I just think he's a bit sore today. His efficiency's been down a bit as well. It's probably been hindering him from having a big score. Alright, so the slot we need to fix is pretty much this spot here. So who's done? I think Hewitt's done. Yeah, he's done 83, and then he's got Crows away. Kicked a goal late, but yeah, just he's about max, so he can go this week. Reed's break even's okay. Philippou 56, so fingers crossed he makes something for us. Just got to back him in now. And actually, one thing I want to say on Horn Francis, so. Yeah, it's dumb luck. Like, yes, he has soft tissue history, but I think so does Rankin, and I still took it on. But when they're clear top of position and they have injury history, I still think you go for it. And even me, I'm hesitant on soft tissue stuff. And part of that is I don't have Holmes, I don't have Sinclair, I don't have Tom Green, and part of that is the soft tissue stuff. Like, they are soft tissue in preseason. I just die on the hill, and it is what it is. But when they're like clear top of position, I guess Sinclair's probably the one that's clear top, but sometimes I'll fade. And well, what I wanted to say is, yeah, like, very lucky Juan Francis, so I don't deserve getting rewarded for that trade out. It's just really stupid. But because he was so highly owned, I couldn't bring him back in because I had to antipod to try and get ranks back, and it turns out this happened, which wasn't expecting, but like, I needed him to do poorly, just like talking in the sense of the game, if that makes sense, without trying to act like a dick and say, I don't have him, it's good for me, which, you know, it is, but it's not fair. So yeah, high ownership, you have to antipod at times. I think that's what I was trying to say. It's Cleary 62. I don't think we can get anything if we do Carroll and Hewitt. No, there's nothing for 500. Oh, there is. Well, there was. So that's annoying. We could have done that. No, we wouldn't have been able to. like Shea Bolton's there. So we definitely need Whitfield. We definitely need... We do need Sinclair. I think we're not going to have room for him. Zorko 99. Thought he was gone bigger than that. Holmes we're going to let go because off a 5-day break. Sicily just out of form and bit of forward time. Luke Ryan's been alright lately. So there's no one we can afford here. Whitfield's the one in defence that we need. What's Levi's break? We'll check Levi in a sec. We can't really get forwards, but mids, I guess. I mean, Hewitt could be a cool pod. Libba could be a nice pod. Huey could be a nice pod. I think they're just not in our range at the moment for mids. There's nothing we can get here. Heaney's going alright. Heaney was unbelievable. I think it is criminal that he scored 138. He did miss kick 2 goals 5, but this is unbelievable. He converts 2 or 3 of those. It's pushing 180. Matt Kennedy's been good. Krista. There's nothing we can really get here. So maybe we trade... Cleary, I guess. Could make a bit more. What was it, 62? Yeah, could make a little bit more, but... what's going on? Okay. Can't afford Whitfield, so we could get rid of Levi. What's projected for Levi? If he goes 80, he holds. I think that's realistic for him. He went 80 DT. I think we're going to hold Levi and Field. Richard 600, okay. Merritt's coming down. He might be our final mid, or 200 break even. One thing I'll say on Merritt, did not like the role. A lot of sitting in the goal square, which is a bit odd. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't really want that. NASA's coming down a lot now. Yeah, okay. NAS could be good in a few weeks, but kind of full. Rao, nope. Gerard, not we antipod now. Will. I don't mind Will. Probably doesn't have the ceiling given the CBA is probably low. Heaney's there. I mean, I want Whitfield, but I kind of... If we want Whitfield, we have to get rid of Lindsay or Levi and... Yeah. I don't know who to pick. How much is Anderson? Well, tell me what you guys think, right? Rowan Marshall. It's a wrong week to get him because his bye sucks for us. Got 2 bad matchups. What's his schedule like? Dogs should be not bad. Or English. Darcy Cameron's decent. Freo should be easy. Meek's not easy. I don't like this run. Sydney might be okay. It's good and gone. It was should have got him this week. I need to pick someone. I could go Vizentini, but I don't know about his. I think I'll go Kitty instead next week. Which I don't even know how we're going to do. Might be Zach Reed to Kitty, bank money, and then maybe Levi up to Whitfield or something. Yes, there's no downgrades next week. We got nothing. We're going to have to start grabbing loopholes. Lindsay's probably the one that we hold through. Maybe it's like we get rid of Roberts early because like we got nothing else to do. I don't know. But he's got a nice run, so I kind of want to hold. Let's check our buy for this. We need a ruckman anyway. Let's do that for now. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Not counting Brock or Gross. Maybe we'll be okay and just field rooks and hope we get no injuries. Yeah, it's just it's 40 break even, so goes like 90, 90. Probably makes like 50k. I wanted to kind of I kind of wanted him after the bye, but now that he's got this big score in, I'll probably do that. But yeah, as I said, it's the wrong week. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just grab him, and then next week we'll turn probably Levi into Whitfield or something. Might be yeah, we'll get Levi or Reed to Whitfield. Then we need Kitty as well. But yeah. Anyway, that's the team. So how many upgrades left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 trades. Not including Marich or McRae or Holden Josh. So I think we'll be... Yeah. I don't know where the cash is coming from. I guess this is kind of why we need Kadeen Coleman. Like, what do we do next week? It's like Carroll to Kitty, Reed to Whitfield. That's so that's going to cost like 150k. So that's 150k. 210k. So where are we getting 210k from? Oh, Philippou down. We should have just gone a bloody rookie. Oh my god. Flinny stays. I think that we're pretty well protected on the field. Like, who drops out? Like, probably going to be Reed, Philippou, or Levi. We just got to back Philippou in now. Yeah, okay. We need to find 300k. I guess it's probably Lindsay down to a loop, but I think we're going to have to hold Lindsay through to round 13. So, yeah, I think we'll just grab cash generators and then 15 trades. Like, I don't know. Like, our upgrades, there's a lot of money on the head of the players we need to upgrade. Like, 400 plus on Flynn, almost 400 on Levi, 400, 450. So, we just need, like, 2 guys on the bench to make 150k each somehow. Then I think we'll be fine. So, yeah. That's it from me. This has gone 30 minutes. Yeah. The game's hard. Just gotta... I'm looking forward to doing a lessons video this week, or this year, so... One thing, the biggest lesson this year, I'll go over this more in depth. I don't know if I need to, but the biggest lesson this year for me, I think, there's the one lesson to take out of, anyway, fresh in the mind, is when I'm uncertain on trades, they're always going to be bad. When I make trades, I need to be sure that they're going to be good trades. You just got to be confident because like they'll just make complete sense. If they don't, then like Philippou, then it can go to shit. And what is it, Marshall's Law? No. What's the one where what will go wrong can go wrong? Forgot that law. Who cares? I'm out. Have a good week, and I'm away again. So podcast tomorrow, and then I'll be back Friday. Maybe do a video then. So peace.